MrBoo.
Everybody, it is I, MrBoo, Entertainment Guru, and once again here on YouTube, I'm here to do what? Entertain you, and I've got a streaming service, Amazon Prime review for a show that is bound to entertain you, even if you're not a fan of the video game franchise. This 8-part series on Amazon Prime blew my socks, shoes, hell, blew everything away because it is nuclear. It is certified Rotten Tomato fresh, and hey, 2 thumbs up for me. And Volt Boy, what do you think? 2 thumbs up from the Volt Boy. All right, well, no, wow, I should have seen that coming. Whew, that blew them right out of the whoo. Okay, anyway, now that my little special effect there is gone, my little visual aid has been nucleared. Let's get into the fallout, shall we? Now, this series, I went into it very unbiased, very neutral, because let me tell you, even though Amazon Prime picked a video game franchise such as Fallout, and I'm a video game player, you know I'm all things entertainment, I didn't like the mechanics or the gameplay of these games. I just didn't. I barely played 3, barely played New Vegas, never played 4. But I do really like the idea and the concept. It's like a sci-fi futuristic 1960s era, post-World War II, but sci-fi futuristic, and the fear of nuclear destruction is still there. Nuclear war is still on the verge, and that's something we've all been able to be fearful of for years and years and years and years to come in the future. And that's what fascinates me about a fictional story, where what happens after the fact? What happens if they do drop? What is the world going to look like? What are people going to do? Are there going to be bunkers? That is why I got into Fallout. That is why I gave this show a chance. And I went in not really caring much for the way the video games worked. I could not play them. Just didn't like the mechanics or the gameplay, but I loved the story. Let's get our thing up here that I have to put up there, and you know what to do with it, so do with it what you will. And we are going to get into talking Fallout, Amazon Prime, streaming services, series take, real life take, bringing it to our screen take on a video game franchise that has been a huge success for Bethesda Softworks. Oh, God, I should have seen that coming. Why do the bombs always drop? Well, anyway, hopefully with all that, I don't start getting sick. I don't start ghouling out, because after the first one, there was, I was prepared. I had all my people here, all my cast and crew. Okay, I'm lying, it's just me and a phone. But I did have my supplies, my post-apocalyptic Fallout first aid kit with stem packs and Radaway, and a rad roach ran away with my Radaway. Say that 3 times fast. A rad roach ran away with my Radaway. A rad roach ran away with my Radaway. A rad roach ran away with my Radaway. Okay, not that hard to say. But anyway, let's get into this review, because I'm just being stupid and goofy, and hey, I'm entertaining, right? MrBoo, Entertainment Guru, here to serve you, always. But what Amazon Prime did right with this is they took a video game and they put passion into it and made it a show, much like HBO did with The Last of Us. Halo, Paramount Plus is Halo. Just stick to playing the game. Seriously, if you've never even played a game in your life, watch someone play it. Watch the cutscenes. Anything is going to be better than sitting and watching that piece of crap show. Oh, Paramount ruined Master Chief. They ruined everything. However, the effects and stunts in those are really good. Same with The Last of Us, but The Last of Us had passion, brought a game into a world of non-gamers and gamers alike, and brought us a show that really stuck to the story, really showed us how creative video games can be, and that is what this one here, Fallout on Amazon Prime does. And I'm going to start reviewing from the very beginning. And that's the 3rd time, so that's like, what, Fallout 3 already? All right, but anyway, the show literally takes things from the video game in such ways I can't even imagine. I didn't go into this thinking it was going to literally, they took files and pictures and prints out of the video game to make their sets, to make their art pieces, to make their costumes. They literally looked into the source material and deep dove into the source material, even all the way down to the German Shepherd from number 4 and the Brotherhood of Steel's power armor. And you get to see a Deathclaw is their big freaking scary skull, and you get to see rad roaches and a big grizzled, chiseled, radiation-filled bear. And that big, gross lizard thing with little fingers that pulls you into its mouth. Yeah, that too. Like I said, I didn't play the video game. Don't know the name of that one. But you get to see all that and more. You get to see the weapons. You get to see ghouls. You get to see lore behind ghouls. And let me get into it, because the first character you really get to see is a man. He's an actor. He was in Westerns. He's there during the poof. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the nuclear bomb that drops. He's there during the fallout. And he's there the whole time, like 200 years in the future. He is still there, but he's kind of ghoulish. And what I'm saying is a ghoul is basically a zombie. It is a radiation-filled person. And the radiation isn't killing any cancer. It's not giving any cancer. No, it's slowly decaying them. They're basically zombies. Not a lot of them can say much. And the show adds to the lore of that, because this guy can talk. I mean, yeah, he's missing a nose. His skin's all looking like burnt bacon. But the special effects and the makeup effects on him are great. The acting that he brings is great. The acting in this whole movie is great. This is one of your main characters. He's a ghoul. And in the storyline, he doesn't get treated very well. He gets kind of screwed over. No spoilers on how or why, or even why he is just determined to live for 200 years while fighting this chemically just grotesque, slow, painful disease that the radiation gave him. For 200 years, he's kept himself alive by being a bounty hunter, by being this feared Clint Eastwood-style ghoul, like the spaghetti western man of a ghoul that continues to thrive by being a bounty hunter, getting the money, buying medicine, bargaining for medicine that helps keep everything going, because he doesn't want to go, as they call it, feral. Feral ghouls are basically The Walking Dead. They are basically George A. Romero's creations. I think I'm starting to ghoul out, and the radiation is really starting to affect my speech. My speech. Oh man, why did that rad roach run away with my rat away? Anyway, basically, he's trying not to become feral. And what feral is yes, The Walking Dead. They are George A. Romero's creations come to life. They are zombies. They will just eat you. They will rip you apart. They will do whatever they can, because they're not all there. Like, it is like if, you took a poor, sad, old, dementia-riddled patient, and finally everything just shut off completely and their feral instincts took over. That is why they're feral ghouls. And this guy has fought for 200 years to get where he's at, to get answers. He's one of your main characters. Another main character, and they will all cross paths, this is kind of cool that they did this, is the woman in the Vault. She is a Vault dweller. Now, Fallout has a lot to do with these Vaults. Like I said, Vault Boy approved. There's Vault Boy right there. Vault Tech, that's its mascot. Vault Tech is a company. And yes, in a previous life, the ghoul did work for Vault Tech. Hell, he is the original something. We'll leave it at that. No spoilers. But anyway, he worked for Vault Tech. He was a spokesman. Well, Vault Tech made these Vaults, and this is what he was selling. He was selling the thought of nuclear war. He was selling the thought of being safe for Vault Tech. And Vault Tech was selling him and his wife on it, because his wife worked for Vault Tech. Well, now we got Vaults because the bombs dropped. People are living in these Vaults, and the other main character living in these Vaults, she is a Vault dweller, and each of these Vaults were told. Now, secretly, they all have their own agendas. Watch the show, you'll find out. If you have watched the show, then you know. But her thought process is, we are supposed to repopulate the Earth. We are supposed to go up to the surface and repopulate and rebuild and recreate what was once there before the kablooey. Well, her story comes in at the fact that surface dwellers, bandits, thieves, robbers, bad guys, outlaws, outlanders, whatever you want to call them, they come down and they raid the vault, and they literally kidnap the leader of the vault, which is her father. So, of course, naturally, what does she want to go do? She wants to go find answers, find her father. She gets, I believe, her cousin and her brother to let her out, and she goes to the surface, and no one thinks she's ever going to be heard from again because, well, like I said, you have rad roaches, radiated bears, death claws, weird kooky people, which they do a great job. All the acting in this, all the set pieces, all the costumes are so great. Like when she goes to the surface, that is Fallout. That is 100% Fallout. And she runs into the lizard thing with the... I mean, he has fingers in his mouth. It's really weird. It's really creepy. And you find out how those even came to be as well in the show. But that is your second character. Now, she's up top. The ghoul's up top. We still have two more characters, one main and one supporting character. And the supporting character, before I get into the last main character here, he's there. He works for scientific, I think he works pretty much for Voltech. He's a scientist, and he has to do with the canine program, and that's where the Fallout 4 German Shepherd comes into play. This show does not leave out anything. And yes, they add lore to the ghouls. Yes, they add their own lore here and there, but they literally took things from the game, compiled it, and thought about it, and boom, idea after idea, gold, banger after banger, Fallout, did great. And this is another part of this great story because they're making these canines, I guess they're supposed to help sniff out radiation. They're supposed to be really smart. They're supposed to be guard dogs. They're supposed to be a companion and help people through whatever. But if they're born and they're a runt, or they're just too tiny, or they're not progressing good enough, or getting big enough, or even being trained well enough, it's kind of like a hog farm. It's kind of like, the way we treat animals that we think aren't going to be good enough, even though they're giving us their meat, and they get done away with. And that's all I'm going to say is they get taken care of. Well, the scientist, where he first goes wrong, is he takes one of the runts and raises it as his own, has its own little doghouse inside a wall, hides him forever. Well, he gets discovered, so he takes off running. Now, the other part of why he is a important character in the show is he's from another life as well. He's from the same lifetime era as the ghoul before the ghoul became a ghoul. They know each other. It's weird. We don't know how or why people are living 200-something years. Maybe we'll find that out later, but it is Fallout. It is a fantasy world. It is about a video game, and it is about nuclear war and radiation, so who knows? There's also clones. Anything could be possible. But nonetheless, in the current state of the world, he runs away, takes his dog, and he has an important piece of information with him that he's trying to get to the very outlanders, the very surface dwellers that kidnapped the Vault Dweller's father so that they can change the world. Whatever it is that he has in his head, whatever it is that he has in his blood, whatever ideas he holds, whatever possible computer chip or password or anything he holds on him could change and resurface the world again. And that is what they want. That is what they need. So he's trying to basically bargain for protection because now he's being hunted by the Brotherhood, which brings in another main character. He's trying to bargain to keep them from, he's wanting freedom. He's wanting protection. And he's got this massive amount of information that's going to help. He's got this thing that will help, trying to sell it to them for protection, bargaining tool. So now you've got the Vault Dweller looking for her father, who they have. And the scientist is now trying to find those people that have the father so he can bargain for his life and protection from the now other character who I'm introducing now, the Brotherhood of Steel. And this guy isn't even part of the Brotherhood of Steel. What the Brotherhood of Steel is basically like, I guess they protect artifacts of old. They protect the old world. They're kind of like a government. They're like the army, basically. And they got these huge power suits and power armor, and it's freaking fantastic. Well, this main character really isn't even a knight or a soldier or anything. He's not a pilot of this armor. No, he's what they call a squire. He's a scribe. He's a slave. He's literally the knight's bitch boy. He's the soldier's guide. He's the soldier's pack mule. He's nothing to the Knight. He's replaceable to the Knight. Well, the Knight out in the world, when they go looking for this man who has the ideas or the information to save the world, the one that ran away with the dog, that's who they're hunting down. A huge rad bear, a radiation-filled bear. Literally, he's huge. He's, oh Lord, he coming for that power armor. And he is literally grabbing the power armor, tossing this man around like a freaking salad. He's literally throwing him around like he's playing a game of catch with his freaking son. Anyway, it comes down to the scribe, being told to shoot the bear. He hesitates. He's thinking in his head. He's like, man, I really want to be a knight. I really want that power armor. He finishes the bear off, but he also just does not give a stim pack, which is this thing that instantly heals people. He doesn't give it to the knight. Hell, he literally steals the knight's armor, identity, everything, and just goes off about his own business and starts being like a superhero in this knight armor, in this power suit. He becomes this knight all the way down to stealing his name. He literally goes off to become this hero that he's always dreamed of being. I want to be the power armor guy. I want to be the knight. I want to be the soldier. I want to be a hero. So he does. And now this is where they all meet up in a place, and it's a town on the surface. It's just not a really good town. Obviously, the surface is full of criminals, thieves, ghouls, whatnots and wahoozits and creatures, and it's not good. Bottle caps, those are the new currency. Bottle caps. Why not? There's plenty of them, right? That's the new currency. So they go into this town on the surface with the new currency and all the people living that have lived there forever with the bombs dropping. You've got a Vault Dweller. She knows nothing. You got the power suit armor guy, the guy who's not even a knight. He's a squire in disguise. Identity fraud person. He's there. The one guy's there trying to barter passage to the lady he's trying to bargain for his safety. And, undead Clint Eastwood is there as well. That's right, my favorite character, the Ghoul. He's there as well, and he's actually picked up a bounty, for this guy as well. This guy is worth a lot. If he can get this guy and get that information back to the Brotherhood, that's bottle caps. That's medicine. That's more for him to continue his journey and stop his rotting into a feral state to get the answers he wants. Needless to say, things happen. People get injured. A dog gets injured. The dog, becomes the ghoul's companion, which is apparently the best part of the film because, he heals the dog and then, hey, I got a pet. So, the dog lives, and that's great. 2 Volt Boy thumbs up. No doggy death. He becomes a member of the cast and crew. And a beloved character of the series. But basically, you find out that this guy, he's mangled. He's got some sort of thing they have to fix him with that's really gross. And yeah, the gore, the acting, the special effects, the practical effects, it's all good. All great. It's all gravy. It's all nuclear level stuff. Yeah, dad jokes. Anyway, what I'm getting at is this story follows 3 of these 4 because one of them doesn't make it very far, and that is the guy with the information. He passes that information along, and of course the girl's like, I'm going to use this to barter for my father, and the bounty hunter's like, well, I'm going to find this girl because I need this for money and medicine, and they travel together, and they're kind of got a respect-hate relationship, not a love-hate relationship, but they hate each other, they dislike each other. They're not against each other, but they respect each other at the same time. That kind of relationship. As at one point he sells her to a robot voiced by a really great actor that I love on the show. What We Do in the Shadows. He plays Laszlo. He now plays a robot, and he's basically selling body parts. He's selling ghouls. He's selling medicine. He's kind of an underground parts dealer, if you will. And of course she gets out and they meet up and they're basically teamed up till the very end. And it's amazing. Now her and the knight also hit it off, and they hit it off in a more loving relationship way. And that becomes kind of like a love story there. And of course the Brotherhood eventually finds out about what the squire did and what actually happened to like one of their best knights. So now you've got the Brotherhood not only hunting him down, but hunting down the information that's needed to change the world. Everyone's going after what's in this guy's head, what this guy has on his person. That is what the whole thing is really about, is everyone's wanting to recreate the world, start a better world. And you find out through the whole thing, there's twists, there's turns, there's lies, there's deceit, there's good storytelling, there's great action, great effects, there's moments of intense doubt, just levels upon levels of gore. But it's all done so well. This is Fallout. Amazon Prime nailed Fallout. Please do not do a number 4. Well, I'm going to get myself to a Voltec bunker, but before I do, I'm going to do this again, because please go ahead now that I'm nuclear and I could be ghouling out. Like, subscribe, hell, ring that notification bell to be, alerted of my next video, which is another review as it's on Unfrosted. All I got to say is I'm not going to get into any spoilers because I really can't. I really don't want to ruin this gem for anyone, but it follows a Vault Dweller, a ghoul, and a identity theft character, a squire who becomes a knight and becomes a power armor driver, a pilot. It follows all them and their intertwined friendship and love connection and their quest to find her father, to find answers, to find out what this big thing is that this character had on him to fix the world. And then it starts involving other people from the past, and you start learning more about Voltec and their corrupt ways. And like I said, there's twists, there's turns, there's lies, there's deceit, there's things you find out and you're like, why? And what? And you find out more about volts and how different they are and the different scientific reasons they're actually put into place. And then at the end, you get a teaser, like I said, of a Deathclaw skull. If you don't know what a Deathclaw is, it is like the Tyrannosaurus Rex of Fallout. It is just a big, huge radiated creature with big horns. It is like the devil himself wandering around in the woods and the deserts of the post-apocalyptic world. But not only that, but you get a look of one of the characters who's now wearing power armor, looking out over the horizon, looking out over the hills of sand. And you know what he's seeing? He's seeing New Vegas. We're going to New Vegas in season 2. New Vegas, baby. Like I said, I never really played the games, didn't like them, but it's just so cool that they literally were like, okay, we're taking places from the game and we're bringing them in, and we're gonna continue the lore of the game and follow it as closely as we can with just turning up little notches of our own ideas here and there. I've been MrBoo Entertainment Guru, and I'm excited. I want to watch the show again. I love the ghoul. He's my favorite character. If you've seen the show or you watch it later and you want to let me know who your favorite character is, link in the description down below. Tell me who link in the description. There ain't no damn links. I mean, comment in that section down below. I got to go find that rad roach because my brain's already starting to lose it. I'm going to start I don't want to be feral, y'all, but anyway, give me that comment. See, I'm rotting away. Give me that comment in the comment section below. Fallout is certified Rotten Tomatoes fresh, certified MrBoo Guru fresh, and the Volt Boys are giving their thumbs up everywhere. This show is worth watching, whether you've played the game, whether you haven't played the game. When you watch it, what do you like about it? What do you love about it? What didn't you like about it? And who is your favorite character? All comments down below, people. Let's start commenting. Come on, like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, take your rat away, get your Pip-Boy set, and if you're injured, oh dear Lord, do not lose your stem pack. Now, I gotta go hunt down a roach about the size of that who has my rat away because a roach ran away with my rat away. I've been MrBoo Entertainment Guru. I hope you enjoyed this short review of me hyping up a show that definitely deserves the hype. Amazon Prime's Fallout series is 100% worth watching. I am MrBoo, Entertainment Guru. I am going to find anything I can to try to beat down this roach and get back what I need because my brain is starting to decay. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I won't lose my nose and look like burnt bacon. But if I do, I'm stealing his look because, what's better than a zombie Clint Eastwood? I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.